Hi, welcome to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends, and I'm Dee, and I'm here again to share our passions and share our knowledge, and because knowledge is power, and we're all about sharing that power because there's so much going on. And so in terms of just trying to get back to basics, try to get to the real deal, and I'm always sharing it with my friends, and actually I have my one friend here, and then I have my other friend, I have my co-host, or we call it my co-friend, and hi Diane, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Dee. How are you today?
Very good, very good. I'm like, oh, life is going really well, and you know, you have bumps in the road, but things are just getting better and better and better, and you never know. You just go for plan B and plan A, and it doesn't work. You go to B and go to C, D, and enjoy life. So we all know your passion, but we're going to say, what's your passion for life?
My passion is photography, and I do pet photography. I love animals, and I'm also an actor, and I do other things. I'm into wellness.
You're into
too.
all
Health
kinds of stuff,
things.
all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Well, we have a mutual friend on today, and she's into all kinds of stuff. And it was funny because I met her through a mutual friend that is actually was on my show, and she interjected, and she's like, oh, dancing, I like to dance, and I like to do this. And so we just became friends, and come to find out, Diane's friends, and it's just a whole big family, and it's wonderful. So welcome, oh, God, I'm going to say welcome, Diane. Welcome, Irene, Reverend. How do you like to be addressed?
In general, Irene is good.
Irene.
Or wind horse.
Well, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, and then also, well, since you are here for the first time, I'm going to ask you, what's your passion for life?
Well, you know, I had a feeling you might ask me that. And so I was pondering, and I thought, first I thought, well, I've got too many, you know?
Right.
But then when I really thought on it, it came down to, I got these words just came into my head, but I'm a giver.
Right.
Because I can't not give.
Right.
I can't not teach what I know.
Right.
I can't not. It's like almost scary.
Yeah.
You know, because, and today I realized that that's one thing, having that passion, but we need to marry our dream to our passion, because the passion's going to go on no matter where we are, but got to bring that dream into it.
Yes, yes.
That's the stage of life I'm into now. I'm bringing my dreams in and giving them to myself. Oh, hello.
Well, that's a wonderful thing. So you have so many things going on. So to inspire yourself, it's like, okay, you are a reverend, you are a holistic healer, you are a giver, as you say. So just tell us about your journey, a little bit about your journey.
All right. Well, as far as holistic health, I had 4 children who were sick one would get sick each week, you know, so I'd be in the house all the time, especially in the winter. And then we'd have a free week, and then I'd get sick. And so I would take them to the doctor, and they would get that same medication every time.
Right.
And at that time, you know, I was brought up to believe that medicines cure.
Right.
And of course, there is no real cure anyway. But so after enough of that, and taking the same thing, I said, you know, isn't there something different you can give us?
Right, right.
No, that's what you need. You know, well, this ain't working.
Right.
You know? So actually the first time I ever yelled at God.
Really?
I was watching Channel 13, and I saw a show about Findhorn. And I said, God, that's what I want. And I want it now. And that was not my way.
Really?
I mean, it was time, you know. And about a week later, a friend of ours from school, Richie Cody, he said, you know, I'm complaining, and I saw this, and I want a place like that, and I want it now. He said, I have a place for you.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out to be the Holistic Health Center in Maple Place in Manhasset.
Okay.
And it was a complete holistic organization. Healing, Tai Chi Chuan, yoga, they did karate, and they had the herbs, they had acupuncture, chiropractic, everything, psychological, massage.
And you've been there?
I'm familiar with it.
Oh,
I was
okay,
gonna
okay.
go there
Well,
myself.
it's different now.
Yeah,
don't
it's
don't
different.
associate what you see now
Right.
with them. It was pure. It was
Right.
magnificent.
It wasn't about the money. It was about the heat.
I mean, they made
did
their money,
money,
but
yeah.
you know what? It was, we were taught too, you know, well, because we were in a spiritual work
Right,
at the same
right,
time.
right.
And I'm making a long story out of it,
No,
but
it's okay.
it was just a magnificent thing that happened, changed my life.
Right.
And I called to this day Mrs. Sohn. She brought aromatherapy to the United States. And I call her my spirit mother. She
Okay.
changed everything for me. And when she would come in and work on you, she looked, well, the first time she saw me, she came in, I'm laying on the table, and she said, "These Americans are so lazy." That was it. And I said, "You're right." I knew, you know, I knew
Yeah,
she was right.
yeah.
But she would look at you, and boom, she'd put a point there, talk over here, and things would start moving around in your body.
So she
So
just
she could see.
see it, yeah.
She could see,
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, wow.
So, but the first time that I really was that
yeah.
sick and, you know, decided, okay, I'm not going to go take that medicine because I knew I'd get like certain relief
Right,
and then I'd get sick again.
right.
So it took a lot of courage for me. I remember being out in my garden and I'm saying, God, you know, please don't let me die. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I had an aromatherapy. I went out of there. Still, Frank took me, and I could barely walk, but I felt like a human being.
Right.
And they gave me herbs. I used to cook it in the Chinese pot. And I was with them for 18 years as a student.
Really?
And, yeah, and longer as a patient.
Right.
And the spiritual work was just amazing. Gurdjieff and Patanjali, you know, Yoga Sutras, and Dr. Sohn, he had a mind, I'm telling you.
Really?
Oh, boy. Yeah.
So your children all embraced
No.
all of that? No?
No. And before all that happened, I had thrown the sugar out of the house anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Because I started to learn.
Right, right, right.
And I thought, oh, I am killing, and this was true.
Processed
Killing
foods.
my
Yeah,
children
yeah,
and my
yeah,
family.
yeah.
I baked every day.
Yeah.
I made my own spaghetti,
Really?
my own bread, cake, everything you wanted. There it was there. And there was a big change. They all, the husband and the children, they ganged up on this side, and there was me.
Really?
Yeah.
So they didn't want to eat where you were coming from.
No.
They didn't want to embrace where you were coming from.
No,
that
no.
point.
I mean, hey, it took the sugar away. You
Yeah,
kidding me?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
The
still eats
addiction.
cake for breakfast.
Right, right. I know. That's how I was brought up, unfortunately.
I don't even,
Yeah, no,
I used to eat the raw dough and everything.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
eat that anymore.
Yeah.
You know, I met Irene many, many years ago. She's friends with the family.
Right,
and it's
right.
like the universe is like a circle, and it like brought us back. Because I used to look at her and I used to admire you because at that time you had a lot of energy and you had that spirit in you. And I used to look at you and I used to say, wow. You know, I used to really look up to you because I felt that energy back as
Yeah,
a child.
right, right, right.
Looking at you.
Thank you.
And
Thank
it's,
you.
it's the
you know.
energy. Yeah, I'm going back there many, many years. And it's like we came back in the universe
Yeah,
together.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what happens because I'm having a lot of people come back in my life
A
right
lot of
now.
returning coming
yes,
up, going on.
yes, yes. There's so much going on. And then new people, but with old souls.
Yes,
you know,
yes.
so it's
Very old
it's,
souls.
Yes.
Crystal children. Many
Yes,
crystal
yes, yes,
children.
yes. And so with all that, it's just bringing us to a place that we're embracing each other, all the positive energy. So you have to really keep that positive energy around you.
Yes, you do.
Because
I call it the gathering. Every place
Yeah.
I go, I travel around the
Yeah,
country in
yeah.
in a trailer, and
Yeah.
I meet such good people, and they're
Right.
on the same line.
Right, exactly.
I'll be
That is
doing a
wonderful.
wedding in South Dakota in the Black Hills.
Oh, really? That's what you're going
Sacred
to?
Black Hills.
Really,
Mhm.
really, really.
In,
Well, I know
July.
this was unexpected. Well, I've been saying to you for months that we're going to get you on here. And so the person I was planning to get on couldn't make it this time. So I said, well, let me call Irene, because I was hoping that you were going to come on next week, but I wasn't. You hadn't gotten back to me, so I was like, I don't know.
I must have missed a message.
Yes, you probably did.
Oh.
But I said, well, I'm just going to call and reach out, and we start talking, and you were like, okay, I know I wasn't feeling too good. Actually, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good, and I have
Okay.
to tell you about my healing, because
Okay,
that
yes.
is a description of
Yes,
holistic
yes,
health.
yes, and we're going to get into that. I know I came over yesterday and I gave you a little something. Did
Yeah.
Did that
I
help a
was
little?
going to say, yes, I had a noni breakfast
Oh,
today.
God.
No, yeah.
But it felt
Yeah, it
you,
felt
you-
good.
Yeah,
Very
and you
good.
slept good last night.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I usually don't have too, well,
Mhm.
yeah, when I'm sick I have
Right.
problems
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I know I fed it to her. I was like, here, drink a little more, drink a little more, And she was very compliant. So
oh yeah, oh, I
she
love
was
it,
like,
yeah.
did you drink the tea? Drink it a
I
little
didn't
hot?
make tea, no. Actually, I had forgotten to make my handy
Oh
dandy
no,
so
really?
delicious.
Oh no.
So I did that and drank it before I went to
Okay.
bed.
Okay, that was
Yeah.
good. Well, you
That
did
looks-
bring a lot of different healing things. I don't know, what do you call it? Energies.
Tools.
Energies and what have you, because I was
Energy
reading,
tools.
you're talking about your energies and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to get into all that.
Yeah.
So what do you want to start with?
All right. Well, it's
Don't
what
go
you
too
just-
far now.
Okay, what you just hit on is very important, though, because what we are is energy.
Mm-hmm.
What everything is energy.
Right, right.
And when we try to, like, take this false energy that medicines are
Mm-hmm.
and put it in our body,
Mm.
it really skews our energy.
Yeah, no, it does.
You know, and these, I know Diane
I love the
uses
oils.
one
I
too.
use oils.
This is Wisdom of the Earth. This one is oregano. And Wisdom of the Earth is a small company, vows to stay a small company. All organic, medicinal,
Oh, wow.
edible.
Wow.
And
That smells so good. And I know oregano is supposed
Very,
to be
very
so,
good.
so good for you.
oh, yes.
For everything, for infections and all that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
powerful.
Yeah.
This one, if you want, you can put just a dot, please, on your over here and lick it. And this is cassia bark.
Really?
Yeah. And what does that do? What's the benefit?
That's good for your stomach, and yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Right.
That go like
it for the digestion.
that is wow. I know that my company is actually starting to do essential oils and what have you, but wow. That was just
This
a
smells
little
like a
Isn't it wonderful?
cinnamon. This has a little bit of a
Yeah,
cinnamon.
it is
Yeah.
cinnamon.
Mhm.
It's the
Cinnamon?
bark
Yeah,
of
yeah.
cinnamon.
It's the cinnamon, yeah.
Yeah. So the name
Cin-
for cinnamon is cassia.
Right.
Yeah.
wow.
I'll give you one more to
Did you try
smell.
it?
And
I didn't try, smelt it. But I know cinnamon's good also for diabetes.
Oh yeah,
too.
for everything. Yeah.
yeah,
It's amazing.
this smells luscious. Also, balsam Peru. If I can get it open, we might have to call Tom over here. Oof. Well, this one here is Inula graveolens. And
Now what is that
that
I
is-
might recognize?
that is like very powerful, even for like radiation problems and so forth,
Really?
pollution. Yeah, it's
Wow.
a very strong one. I started taking that when I had this. Really was in the throes of this. I was taking that.
So you just
down
take
my
a drop?
throat.
Really?
I do.
Yeah.
You
Um,
have thieves in there?
Which
Thieves?
no, we don't mix. We don't make mixtures. We have each are pure,
It's pure.
and we layer them when we use it in massage.
Smells good.
And we use them, singly like that. There's no oils added or anything, because this way you can use it as you need it.
Right.
You know?
So I know that with oils, they need to be, well, if you're ingesting, that's fine. But also, if you're putting them on your skin, they have to go through the dermis. So do these actually go through the dermis?
Oh,
Yeah.
And the adipose tissues or fat tissues
Right,
carry the aromatherapy right to where it needs to go.
Right.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And I use sometimes I use calm and I just rub it and it really makes you calm within 10 minutes.
It's a mixture of
Yeah,
like
the mixture.
spearmint and different
Right.
ones. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah, Young Living is good.
Ginger. Wow.
This is poured by hand with prayer. And Barry Cap knows every grower and every wild crafter that...
So now, where do these oils
That's how
come
the
from?
noni is, because they know where, which crop, which plant it came from.
And
they
he's
know,
got personal, people that he works with.
Yeah.
So he knows what he's getting.
Amazing.
Now, where do these
Yeah.
come from? Do they come from?
From
the
all
Flora?
over. My favorite that I wear for my fragrance is a flower from New Zealand.
Really?
And they come from all over.
You have that one with you?
I...
Because I love, like, really fruity.
No, it's
not fruity?
No.
It's woodsy?
This is hyssop.
You're laughing at me. It's
I
like an orchid.
find
I like
hyssop
orchid
fruity.
things and, just sweet
Yeah, I
and
did bring,
something.
not
Because actually, I have this is supposed to be a diffuser.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I have
I thought I had violet
lavender
with me,
and
but-
some other stuff in there. But it just, when I get a little stressed, I go
Here
for
is.
it.
Check out violet.
Oh.
Violet's good to put on
Ooh.
top of your head. It's very calming.
I need some of that now.
And I want to make the point, too, that we don't refer to these as oils. We refer them as essences because this is the essence of the plant. Be careful. Well, this is the way I was taught. Did something come out?
No.
Okay. What you need to do is respect it and
Okay.
wait for its time.
Oh, okay.
Indian time.
Okay.
You know about that.
I do, but I have to learn more.
There you go.
Oh, okay, great. Because I
You
do.
wanna try?
I
can
love that.
use
I love
this.
that smell.
You said on the top of the head?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. That'll be good.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what I just went through.
Yes, I do. Very good. I forget the point that there's a Chinese point up there.
Really?
Traditional
Okay.
Chinese medicine.
Can I put it on my wrist?
Yeah.
Mm.
Now, if you had a sore throat, is there anything that you could?
I use the Inula graveolens for mine, and it's very good. Also, I might use. You have to be really careful with the oregano, but that's a good one. So how I do that, I do the same thing. I put it here, and I lightly try to touch to the outside of the circle because it burns.
Yeah.
But that's very good. You can mix them in water, but
It
oil
takes
and
away.
water
Yeah,
doesn't,
right,
you know.
right.
and,
So, but
yeah.
most of the oils, well, did you go through all of them that you brought? Yeah.
Well, I brought tamarack also.
Oh, tamarack? Let me see the tamarack.
And xanthoxylum. This is good for the mouth. And tamarack.
So now, what are the
Winter
other
green.
benefits that they do the oils?
Well, like the wintergreen, right? We all know that one for
It's good
for
for
the chest
digestion and what
yeah.
have you.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh gosh. That's. And he goes
Something's
and does the
burning me.
research and he goes and
Yeah.
meets the people.
Barry grew up on a farm,
Wow.
and his mother was an herbalist. His father raised cattle, and they used to use the aromatherapy with the cattle.
Right, right.
He said when he wore rose, the bull knew he was going to be happy.
Oh my goodness! So they could smell
Oh yeah,
you
yeah.
when you come in and what have you. Yeah.
And in fact,
Ooh. Which one is this one? I don't have my glasses.
wintergreen,
This is the winter. Oh yes, yes.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Smells good. This one here is like, oh my god. So where in the United States he grew up, or
Yes.
somewhere?
I forget what state, but was Actually, could have been Virginia, someplace like
Okay.
that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So he makes them here in the States, or these are
They're made, and he purchases, but he knows
who?
where
He has
everything's
a,
coming from.
okay.
And, you know, he deals with them directly.
Wow. This is wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. And then I love that they hand pour and they pray while they do.
Wow, beautiful. Really, really nice. So wisdom of the earth. So they're all wisdom of the earth.
Yes, I don't
Okay.
use anything else.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to like
Mix it.
number anything, but you know that's number one to
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
And they're very pure, and Young Living is very nice too. It's like almost comparable, I think, to me. You know, and
Well, as I said, the company that I work with, they're coming out with some also,
right.
and they're supposed to be extreme. I don't think they're telling you to ingest them at this point, but
Okay, they're
basically
not medicinal then.
No, they are medicinal, but because you putting them on your skin
Oh yes, it's
is
medicinal.
definitely medicinal. And
Yeah.
then I'm not really sure because they're brand new. They haven't even come out yet, so I have to find. I'm learning.
Yeah,
You know, so it's
yeah.
all about learning. So ultimately, I will be able to share, but right now I don't know as much as you do. So you're teaching me.
I'm no
So,
expert either.
but you also have what? Some crystals. and-
Yeah, I brought these crystals to just, these are Arkansas crystals that I began to handle in the summer. I met the mine owner, and I love the quality of
Wow.
these crystals. They're
So what kind of
wonderful.
crystals are there? The quartz
These are
or?
either quartz crystal or
Mhm.
clear quartz.
Wow, they're
They're
beautiful.
all the
Can I touch-
same, sure.
And you usually wear one. I read that you
Always,
wear one
yeah.
every day.
I was like out of sorts, but I wore my turtle,
Wow.
which is, when I bought it, he told me that it was made of mammoth bone. So
Really?
I treasure it, and didn't we say that I'm the turtle?
Yes.
And it's been coming up, and when I went to reach for it, I was like, oh yeah, the turtle. I love my
Well,
turtle.
these are beautiful too. So
Yeah, these are really
wow.
good quality, and
Now, what do you use the crystals for?
well, these are very clearing, you know, and I use all kind, like in my healing work, but these are the only kind I sell. And, you know, they also are emitting energy, and these quartz crystal, they absorb a lot of.
It's cooling.
Yes, very.
It's very cooling. And it's just
If you wear a quartz necklace or so,
Right,
you know.
really.
I put on an amazing light one I was going to wear before, and that I was like, nice and cool, you know.
Yeah.
It's
So I
heavy.
feel it. I can feel the energy in
Mhm.
it, and it kind of it makes you want to kind of breathe here, and it's
It wants to
it's,
help you.
Yeah, yeah.
they're
I,
really
yeah,
incredible.
yeah. I definitely
to
feel.
help.
There's so many
yeah,
different types.
yeah.
The rose and
Wow.
there's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rose quartz is like very calming. You should have rose quartz in your house.
Really?
And amethyst
amethyst.
and the white quartz. Those are the basics you should really have.
So where do you usually get your quartz from?
Well, these come from a mine in Arkansas. And I met him when I was in Quartzsite. Quartzsite's a beautiful. You should go to Quartzsite, Tom. Yeah. Oh, it's awesome. And it's Crystal City for a while.
Really?
You know, like during December. And then, you know, there's rock hounders there and everything. I joined the club, but I never got out to go hounding with them yet.
Okay.
But anyway, I met the mine owner, so I bought from him there.
Wow,
know.
they're beautiful. They're beautiful. And then, so this is your
This
your
is-
drink,
Yeah.
your tea, or is it a herb?
Storm
or-
Herbals. My friend Storm
Oh,
is an
yes.
acupuncturist. He's
Okay.
in Sayville.
Okay.
He's on Facebook if anybody wants
Yes, I
to
saw
find
him comment on your Facebook
Oh, yeah.
about
yeah.
coming on here. So
Well,
was
because I
like,
told him, I had sent him a message. I said, Storm, is it okay if I talk about you on Mad TV? Mad House TV.
on Passion for Life.
So this is my medicine.
That's your medicine.
Yeah, and I take 5 spoons. I mean, it's really work, though. When you do holistic things, it's so much work.
No, it is.
I have to get a glass of water like this. I have to put 5 spoons of this in this water, and then I cheat a little bit. I'm putting a little bit of maple syrup in there, so I have to go all the way to my refrigerator, get the maple syrup, put it in there, then it stir, 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 until it's finally together. So all that work,
Yes, yes.
no poison.
Now, what
no,
is
it's
in there?
good.
What is that?
It's, I probably won't remember all the herbs, but it's actually mostly flowers. Dandelion root,
Oh, really?
honeysuckle flowers, chrysanthemum, which is standard. Please don't open it because it's
Oh,
my
okay,
medicine.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So you take this every morning?
I'm taking it like 3 times a day when I
Yeah.
remember enough.
But is this because you're not feeling well, or you do this
Yeah, I
on a
was
regular
sick
basis?
as a dog. I couldn't get off the...
Right, but can you take this every day as a
Oh, no,
morning?
no, no. I take it till it's done,
Okay.
and then I tell you, it's been wonderful.
Well, dandelion, I know, is detoxing. All those herbs that you
It's
were...
very good for your
It's very
liver.
detoxing and what
Yeah.
have you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm going
So-
to have to talk to Storm.
So what do you,
Yes.
what do you do, Irene, on a daily basis when you get up?
On a daily basis,
What do you eat?
When you're not sick.
when I'm not sick, actually, you know, I'm getting back into my good habits. I like to get up at 4 a.m.
Mm.
The day is mine then, you know. No weed whackers or anybody else, zoom, zoom, you know. And it's just peaceful, and I enjoy that. And so the first thing I used to do was have a cup of coffee. But did you ever hear that your disease is your gift?
Mm.
It's a tough one to get around, but now that I'm getting better and I'm starting to feel my bones and my points in here, I realized, whoa, this was a gift. First of all, when we get ill, it's the body purging something anyway.
Definitely.
It just, sometimes it hits you so hard, like such a big brick, and it takes you a little bit to remember what's going on, you know?
Yeah.
But if you can keep that in mind right away, the one thing, I felt so bad, I actually looked for an aspirin. I took 2
Oh,
aspirins,
no.
one day and one the next day. And it was good. That
Yeah.
was like
For
good for 5
inflammation.
years
Yeah,
again
yeah,
now. But, and then I used my essential oils. So I stopped drinking coffee during that time. I wasn't even really eating. And so now I'm going to continue. Normally I would have my coffee 4 o'clock in the morning. Now I'm going to continue no coffee. I'm going to have noni breakfast.
Yay!
Noni breakfast, or I used to make a smoothie in the morning, you know, and I make it with vegetables and fruits
You
together.
can actually put some of that noni into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
smoothie. So,
But,
and
yeah, like-
but I know a
Oh, I
shot
can
is
get it, you
it's
know what I mean?
it's
Really get it.
it's good. It makes your whole day just even better,
Yeah,
you know.
it was
And you're
good.
not, yeah. No, it's kind of cool.
For a long time, I've realized, you know, I wasn't really enjoying my coffee. I enjoyed drinking it and everything and the taste, but when it got down there, it was like, oh, really? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
This heaviness.
Right,
And I feel light now.
right.
That's what I want.
See,
No,
I
it's
still
the
like
cleansing.
my coffee.
Yeah.
I start with my coffee, and then I go to the juice place, and then I do a juice.
That's good.
I juice every day.
That's good. How much coffee do you drink?
I only drink 1 cup a day.
That's it. That's what I've been
and
doing
it's
for years.
decaf. I don't drink regular coffee.
Oh,
Drink
no way,
decaf.
baby. I won't.
But then I'll have a juice with either kale, a vegetable juice, or I'll do a protein juice during the day.
When I make coffee, I make it because I learned from my friend that, you know, in the little pot, I take a saucepan, put the water in there, put the coffee in there, boils up, goes, you got to catch it before it, you know, I take it off, swish it, put it back a few times.
That's
and
the old time.
then I put
Oh,
it
my
through the
goodness.
strainer. That's my coffee. And it's good Frontier coffee.
Oh my goodness! My grandmother used to make it like that. She's a lot older than you were, yeah, are at this point.
Maybe I'll
but-
start drinking it again.
But yeah, well, but she didn't have anything else. She didn't take any kind of medicine, no nothing, and
bless.
that's why she was able to sustain her life so much more effective. Because if you take medicines, well, what happened was her body told on herself.
Yeah.
You know, some people just can't take certain things because it
Good
just
for her.
it reacts, and it made her loopy. So it was like, okay, well,
She was lucky.
exactly.
She got the truth out of
Exactly.
it. Because
exactly.
that's what they're doing.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I know with myself, you know, like drugs, you know, like I didn't do drugs per se, but you know, a little pot and that stuff didn't do me. Even though it's natural and what have you, it just made me crazy, and it just wasn't good for me. And so it was good. Like even alcohol, it's like I'll drink a little bit, but I don't want to. It doesn't do me. So it's like, So food now, that's what do you say? The disease, your disease is your truth or whatever.
Is your
The
gift.
fat, yeah, my gift.
Oh, no.
So the fat. So I think I'm going to make that into my gift.
Yeah.
So you know my story and what have you. So you
And
gotta teach me.
maybe it changed a little bit your diet.
Oh yeah,
you
no,
know?
definitely.
Now, how do you eat, Irene? Do you eat healthy?
I do. I do. I rarely eat meat. I eat turkey and chicken sometimes. And more and more, I'm just like, why did I make that? Why did I eat that? I think turkey is going to be the last frontier, maybe. And yeah.
Are you gluten-free at all?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
long have you been gluten free?
I would say, I don't know. Long time. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I went through a period where there was none. Then I'm just coming out of a period where I might have a bowl of pasta for once in a while.
Yeah.
It's really difficult when you travel with somebody
Yeah.
and they don't eat like you do.
Right.
That's why I really do better
'Cause
traveling alone.
Yeah, well, you said you just came back from Greece, right?
Yeah.
So
I was with someone.
okay,
Yeah.
and
And,
you had some challenges with
yeah,
the
because
the environment and the change of eating and
yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I'm saying that, if there's a choice between, hunting down a health store, which is
Yeah.
what I do, I'll pull my trailer into some town, and because there's a health food store
right,
there,
right, right.
and that's my first stop,
Yeah.
and because I can cook for myself and
Right.
everything too,
Yeah.
But if you have an meat eater with you, they have to be pleased too.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
and I don't want to even smell it anymore.
Yeah, yeah. Do you, when you eat your chicken and your turkey, is it what is it the free range and
Oh, yeah. Organic.
with the oil
Yeah.
without the antibiotic? Because I know we were talking about the little bit of arsenic, a little bit of poison, a little bit of
Right.
Everybody's like, oh yeah, you can have a little
Just a little
moderation.
bit.
It's all good and what have you. I'm like, no, because it's still in your body and it just keeps on going, and
Right.
so a little bit will turn into a whole lot. So
we
you
were
have
saying
to-
about the mercury.
yeah,
in the
exactly.
medicine.
You know,
true.
it's like,
Oh, there's
come
just a
on.
little in there.
You know, just a
Wow.
little bit. It's not gonna hurt you. No, because it stays there.
Not
and
maybe
it
right
just-
this moment.
Yes, but eventually,
But it does too,
yeah,
because it kills things inside you that
yeah,
you don't know.
exactly.
This is the other thing that happened out of this. This is why I'm calling this a gift. And the cleansing is still going on. But one morning I was like, oh, we look like one thing on the outside, but on the inside we're a sewer.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
And I realized that also, this is where the hand of my spirit mother came on me
Right.
today, because I realized that I was, I would go and try to do points and stuff to relieve everything, and I couldn't get in there, and I didn't make anything of it.
Right.
In back of my mind, I had to, been saying to myself, Irene, you are very clogged up.
Mm.
And for a long time before, because you do carry things before it finally pops out.
Yes, yes,
you know.
yes.
And I want
Yeah.
to say that part of healing also is the mind and meditation
yeah,
and
yeah.
And I know you brought these bowls with you. Is that,
Mhm.
can you tell us a little bit about the bowls?
Yeah, actually, I brought my psychologist with me. I used to call this my psychologist because it was my first bowl. And when I was really like, "Ugh," you know, I would go and play this bowl.
Wow. You know, Laura actually brought her bowls on one
I
time.
taught her.
You taught her, really? Oh my goodness! She didn't tell me who taught you. Her. Oh my goodness! That was the first time I ever heard it before, and the singing of the bowls. That was
It's
like,
so
wow.
wonderful.
It is.
I
Really.
have crystal ones at home also.
She told me I did pretty good when I
I've got a hair of mine in there.
Now, is that a way of meditating? Is that your way of
Hold it this
meditation?
way.
Oh,
Yes, it is. It's
this
one
way?
way. I do. Yeah, hold it right, and then, okay. First of all, the hand has to be set it free. You know.
Oh, okay.
So then you wanna. I go this way. You got to find your own particular comfort, and just keep going because that on a first user happens all the time. So maybe hold a little more firmly with your stick and maybe more straight and, you know, with more intention around the edge.
Okay, I wasn't as good as I was the first time.
Don't,
I got to try. Let me try this.
some are more resonant than others, of course. You're using...
She's good.
Very good.
Wow. Where's this bowl from?
I bought that one. Well, it's an antique, you know, hand hammered.
Wow.
So probably
Beautiful.
made in India, or it could be from one of many places, but Tibet also most likely.
Okay. And this one is...
This one is resonates with the throat chakra.
Oh, really?
So I like to start ceremonies with that lots of times to open the voice and to make a sacred place for the voice and to carry it.
Wow. That's so cool. So, I know you're a reverend also.
Yes.
So, how did you become this interfaith reverend?
I attended the same seminary. Laura and I went to seminary
at the
together.
same
She
time?
used to pick me up.
Really? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. And
Oh God.
so that was a year of ceremony.
Okay.
Seminary. Try this one. And I had the background already from my spiritual teacher too.
Wow.
This one has every tone in it, every pitch. And it's got the flower of life inside.
Oh wow. That's beautiful.
I love to use this one for weddings too.
Really?
Try that one. I think you'll see. This might work. Which one you like better? Whichever one you like.
Okay. It's like, how do you...
Yeah, so this one, yeah, kind of. So it's so small. So I don't know. I just get it like that.
Okay. You know, Laura did my mother's funeral.
Yes.
And it was wonderful because she embraced everybody.
Yes.
And
She is wonderful.
and my mother was a free spirit. She just loved everything. She used to chant. She used to do, you name it, she did it
sweet.
all.
Yeah.
So it was
You could see
definitely
in
an
her
honor. Yeah.
picture, right?
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
mother.
yeah.
Now, do you go
So
on
vibrant.
retreats with a bunch of people?
I've been to one recently, and it was a really wonderful one.
I just don't have it today.
You just need to work at
Yeah,
it more.
yeah,
This one might work better for you with that bowl.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean with that bowl too.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
that one might work better.
Yeah.
But in general, what I do is, I travel with my trailer, and
Yeah, I saw the trailer.
yeah.
So
I spend a lot of. I look for pristine places. Last year I spent, I guess it was 5-6 days, deep in the desert in Quartzsite, and that was wonderful because there you are.
right.
It's you and this.
And you learned how to be alone, because I read a story about you when you were a young girl. You could tell that when you used to walk to church.
Oh yes.
And you were afraid. You could tell that story.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I was 7 years old. My father took me to church once in the car, and I guess I had made my communion, and he said, "Okay, now you're old enough to go to church." I'm like, "Okay." He said, "Yeah, you know where it is." So I had to walk to church, and it wasn't around the block. And I was scared, because they really didn't know the direction or anything. He did hook me up with two girls that I later
cool.
went to grammar school with. And but even walking to school, I used to walk to Eagle Avenue School. And I walked alone. I used to walk to the dentist alone, and that was scary in itself. And I prayed, and at that time I got my mantra.
Yeah.
Safe.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah,
And that's where it started.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think I had it as a sutra when I was that young, but God keep me safe. My guardian, pray to the guardian angel as I went.
Yeah.
And really, I didn't think of it as meditating, but when thinking back, I was actually doing walking meditation.
Yeah.
And so that was good. I was very, very...
See, my meditation as a young girl, I think, was music. I used to go in my room and listen to music, and now mine is music and the beach.
Yeah.
When I want to be alone, I just go down to the beach, and
Absolutely.
it's very peaceful, very calming.
My father, the sea, is tranquility.
Yeah.
The negative ions from any body of water will calm you.
Yes,
Right
the water,
away.
the smells, the sounds. Yeah,
Yeah.
amazing. Quick question. Now, your name.
Yeah. Wind horse?
Yes.
Thank you for
Yes,
asking,
yes.
Wind horse, it means basic goodness. And I didn't know that right away, but I was reading Chogyam Trungpa's book about spiritual warrior, the Shambhala spiritual warrior training. He was really a wonderful teacher. That was my first encounter with him. But it came to this part where they speak about the wind horse teachings. And that means, teaching you to be an integrated person and to have integrity,
Right. Yes.
And
yes.
then when I saw that, that word just went right in my heart.
Yes.
It's funny how things like that happen, but then when I got on the computer, my girlfriend Lilith, she said, "Okay, what's your nick going to be?" And I was like, "What's a nick?" The only reason I got on the computer in the first place was because my spiritual father, Dr. Robert Sohn, he said, if you don't learn the computer, you're going to get lost in the dust.
Yeah.
So he passed on, and kind of that was something, I don't know, that came out of me. I'm doing this. And so anyway, I said, I have a name. She said, you need another one. I'm like, I'm thinking, making up all kinds of stuff. And then I was like, Wind Horse. She said, okay. And that was it forever.
And you know what I think of when I hear the word horse? I think let your spirit run free.
Absolutely.
Because that's what horses are, and that's what I think of that.
Yeah. If I can remember, Khalil Gibran said, the earth longs to feel your feet, your bare feet, and the wind to play with your hair. He said it better, but I had that pinned up in my trailer. and I think to myself, yeah, I gotta go and get barefooted out there.
So the thing is, okay, so you have Mohawk in you,
Part Mohawk.
and what else do you have?
I'm half Polish,
Okay,
a
okay,
quarter English.
okay,
So then like an eighth French and Scot
okay,
and Mohawk.
okay. Wow,
Yeah.
that's so
Yeah.
cool.
The Mohawk is really what I want to know.
That's
about.
powerful. Actually, I went to upstate in Albany, and they have a big Indian community, and it was a white man,
Uh-huh.
and but he actually embraces his Indian heritage, because a lot of people don't really, their parents didn't want to embrace that, but
Well,
then
they were afraid to
yes,
embrace
yes,
it. My mother
yes,
used to tell me,
yes.
I used to say, Mom, I want to know about our Indian ancestors.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, Irene, they were savages. Yeah.
really,
Because she was afraid
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
They didn't talk about it.
Right, right.
They lost all that knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. It's so
That
sad.
hurts me.
Yeah, no, it does. It really
I
does.
want to know my people.
Right. And when I go to powwows, and I see so many diverse people, and now I ask, I said, well, what tribe are you from? Because just because they look like they're white people, they're not,
Yeah.
So I was like, wow,
Well, because, yeah.
Did you ever
Depends-
drum? We had a drummer on a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Have you ever drummed before with the
With
drums?
the-
with
I
yeah.
do that, but I actually drummed once on grandmother drum that they took all over the country. They built it in Alaska. It's on my website, and it's magnificent like this. You can buy them. I don't know if they're still doing it. You can buy smaller ones. I want to afford one day. But they had all crystals, inlaid into it on the inside, and it's very holy. They took it all around the world.
I know Laura does the big drum. Well, she has like a big, and she
A
does
frame drum.
drumming. Yeah,
Mhm,
a frame
yeah.
drum, and then she does other drumming too. But I know you're going to the Black Hills. Are you going to be driving?
Oh yeah, I
You
drive.
gonna- you
Mhm.
take
I'll
so
haul
you
my
t-
trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Then I'll go
gosh,
up,
that's so cool.
yeah.
Are you going by yourself?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I did my first trip when I was 59. You said you were.
Really?
Yeah, I was like 59, and
That's so cool.
I had been. I just thought to myself, girl, when are you going to live?
I'm right there with you.
You know what I'm
Because I'm going to
talking
be
about.
59 on my next birthday.
All right,
Mhm.
all right.
I know I look good, but
And you do.
and I'll be in November. I'll be 59.
All right.
So yeah, I'm at that point because of my freedom
Mhm.
and where I'm at. I just need to just live.
Yeah.
I live for what I want to do, what my purpose
Exactly.
is.
Exactly.
Purpose is
We need to
important.
blossom
Yes,
already.
yes, yes.
So
So
now
we
what
get a little makeup on and we look good. That ain't blossom,
No, no,
honey.
no, 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 no,
Now, what do you do
no.
when you're up there?
Well, if I can, I'll hike a while, a little bit, and I need to learn better how to really navigate myself, like in the wilderness part. I have some good friends now because of Facebook. God bless it and God help us with it. So they know a lot. One old bear out in New Mexico, another. You might know Jay Hill. Do you know Jay Hill?
That sounds
He
familiar.
used to have
but
a talk show,
really,
blog talk show. Yeah,
yeah,
he's a great guy.
really.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he's you can stay in the national forests, but I have to find out exactly where because I want to stay for free because the costs are. Last year
Yeah.
I was on the road for a whole year.
Really?
And it killed my pocketbook. I mean,
Really?
I'm
Now, where
dead
did
in
you
the water.
travel around? Where did you
Whole
travel around the whole country?
Well, I went, let me see, where did I go? Well, I spent 3 months in Quartzsite, just kind of tooling around there. And I mean, it's one giant flea market, if you will. You know, anything you want, you're going to find it there. So, and Frank came and joined me for a little while too. Then I went up to Page Springs, Arizona. We getting there? And saw my Wisdom of the Earth teacher, and I saw Sedona and visited there a while.
Wow.
I'm really annoyed that they've enclosed Marbella. They've put a big fence around her. You got to walk and walk and walk before you can even get to her.
Oh my goodness.
But
Well, I'm glad because when I thought, well, you're going to be traveling, I didn't think you were going to be traveling. So I'm so happy we got you here today, because probably you won't be back
when
until
I'm going,
next year.
I never know when I'm coming back. Yeah, that was my
Really?
longest, but
Really?
7.5 months before that.
Wow.
The first time I went out, I did it with a tent,
Mm-hmm.
and I stayed for 3.5 months. And I was in Colorado on top of a big mountain, and there was nothing, and I really had to use a restroom.
Wow. Well, we have about 2 minutes, and I
Okay.
saw that you do a lot of different things, you know, in terms of the ceremonies,
Mhm.
weddings, and cleansings, and even with your job, you know, you go and clean the spirit of the job and what have you. I probably need you to come out for that for me.
Yeah, I use sage with that, you know.
Really, really.
Do it basically Native American way. And
So give everybody your website
okay.
and how they can get in contact with you.
All right.
Through emails, whatever, your website, everything.
Okay.
Let them know. Because
All right. The website is www.revwindhorse.com, and there is one with a lot of good literature that I wrote from when I was studying, and that's windhorse.com, but it's W1NDHORSE.com. My email is revwindhorse@AOL. AOL. And I'm on Facebook, Transformational Service, Windhorse Transformational Services, and Skype.
oh, you do
I
Skype?
Windhorse on Skype.
Okay, cool.
But please say who you are if you want me to friend you, because if you have no profile, I ain't going there.
I hear you. I hear you. You have to be cautious.
Yeah.
Or you reach out to somebody that, like you reached out to me,
Mhm.
and that was so sweet. I was like, oh. I was like, yeah, okay.
And we had a reunion today after I haven't
Yeah,
seen you since I was
yeah.
17.
Yeah, that's so amazing.
Really, that long? That's great.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought you lived out of the country. I didn't think you, I mean, I thought you lived out of New
You must have
York.
heard my wannabe.
well, she definitely doesn't want to stay in New York, but
Yeah.
but
Too busy here. I grew up
Yeah.
when it was,
yeah.
you know, like small town.
Well, I'll tell you, as long as you keep in contact with us, and you're invited anytime.
Thank you.
And next time, maybe I'll have Laura come on, and then we'll have a
Okay.
nice reunion with Laura.
Cool.
Or we can Skype you in, you know, while you're on your travel.
Yeah. Neato.
Yes, we can do all that. We'll definitely do all that.
Very
so,
cool.
thank you
Thank
again.
you, Irene.
and,
Thank you for having me.
giving us some of the more knowledge and the feelings and the energies, because we have to talk about the energies next time too.
Yes,
Because we didn't
definitely.
get a chance to
That's
talk
very
about the
important.
energies.
That's the whole
That's the
base.
you
whole
know,
base of everything,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and that's real important.
Remember Masuro Emoto.
Masuro
Emoto.
Emoto. Now
You
who's
look
that?
him up and you'll find,
Okay.
you'll understand energy.
Okay, you're gonna have to spell that for me. You have to.
E-M-O-T-O.
Okay,
Mhm.
definitely. So remember that, guys. So now we have some more energy and some more love and some more power, so that we can fuel our bodies to make ourselves whole and in balance, and that's important.
Oh,
Yes.
oh.
Yes. It's so important. So, see you all next week. And thank you for coming on to Passion for Life with Dee and Friends. Take care.